We are joined here today by Roman Ivanovs. He competed in last season's Alpha Project. He was one of the young guns, a 17-year-old, and he's here now today to talk about his experiences. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Old. So last season you fought in the Alpha Project. That was your first ever fight, your first time ever to fight.
It was my first MMA fight. I done Taekwondo all my childhood, so I have a few fights in that.
And so you've have competition experience. It wasn't your first time to experience anything like that. You've been in there
Yeah,
before. How
but
how
nothing,
did go on ahead?
nothing full contact.
Oh, so that's your first full contact fight. It's a
Yeah,
different experience. The you can train and you can spar all you want in the gym, but the level of intensity when you're in there is completely different.
yeah.
Did you enjoy your experience?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah, it's something else, isn't it? Getting in there just to experience it, and especially like the an event like Chaos, which is
Mhm.
like one of the top events in the country. I mean, guys like Conor McGregor and all have stepped into that cage. And then here comes you rocking up at 17
Uh,
years old, trying it out for the first time. Some experience. So how did you
Now,
get involved? How did you get involved in the Alpha Project? What actually brought you or led you to the Alpha Project?
my friend Kane, he done season 3 here in Oma. So, and I was there watching his fight, and I was like, you know what? I want to switch things up. How about I try it out? And I loved it.
So was MMA something you've always thought about doing, or is it just when you saw him fight you thought about it?
I've seen the UFC and all before, like, but I've never thought of actually stepping in the cage until I was there at Virtus 4. It was brilliant though.
How did you find the training? How did you find the whole experience of learning MMA? Because like you're Taekwondo, so you come from a kind of striking background anyway. How was the whole experience of getting in and like training MMA where there's striking and grappling?
Well, the grappling, it's a whole realm on its own. You have to learn again. With the striking, I've got the basics there, but the grappling would be the hardest part, getting used to that physical contact and being choked out.
Yeah, it's the most humbling sport in the world when you try it for the first time, especially when you come from a striking background. Now, whenever I went in the fight, I come from a grappling background, so for me, striking was completely alien. If you've seen any of my fights, I barely threw any strikes in them. I just jab and grab. Um, so whenever you got in there, obviously with your taekwondo experience, you were looking to kind of utilize your range and your blitzing. And when you got in there, then and you're facing there's actually somebody standing across from you who's looking to murder you.
Yeah.
Did it take you long to settle into your rhythm in the fights?
Well, see, I honestly just went back to the whole Taekwondo style.
Yeah.
I lost the fight by the first round. I fought Kyle Robinson,
Yes.
and he got me onto the ground. He caught one of my kicks, got me on the ground, held me down there. Fair play to him. But like, it's so something else when you get in the cage because I kept kicking and kicking, even though I meant to be keeping my distance, throwing a jab, I don't know, clinching or something. But it was all kicking whenever I got in the cage. Everything flew out of my head.
You revert back to your primal instincts. Like I done a lot of striking for that last one I did there at in the Everglades, and no, just my primal instincts kicked in, and I just grabbed and just held him down, and just ground out a victory, just with the most boring fight you've ever seen in your life. Are you back training again?
Yes, I've been training with the guys getting ready for Virtus 5, but I won't be fighting.
Do you think you'll ever fight again? Do you intend to fight again, or are you just going to iron out a few kinks now and then see where it goes?
I wanna train a good bit more, and honestly, whenever I feel like it, I'll get myself ready for a fight. Text Jerry, get something sorted.
That's a really sensible approach. Some people, especially at your age, would be like gung ho and just get me back in there. I want to do it again. But that's very sensible, and work on grappling because whenever you're not used to grappling, it's the most alien thing in the world you've ever experienced. Because
Mhm.
especially when you're in there with a grappler who moves differently, and the things that you think you should be doing, you're actually supposed to be doing the opposite. So it
Yeah.
kind of it plays with your head. The So the boys up in Oma, you've been back in training them, keeping them busy. And what's the excitement like around the gym for the next Alpha project?
Everyone's ready to rock. I think everyone's just on go. Everyone wants to knock their heads off.
Yeah. You get when you're in there training with guys, especially in the same mindset. Everybody kind of gets the same. Let's get in there. You're all for each other. The team bonding aspect of training in an MMA gym is something different. Was it similar whenever you trained Taekwondo, or was this a kind of different kind of experience in an MMA gym?
In the MMA gym, it's a lot more harsh, but it also balances it out because you'll have everyone. They're all going for the same thing. They want you to do well. They want you to do the best for yourself. So they're going to support you whatever you do. It's the same with Taekwondo, but MMA is something else.
Yeah, Niall Hollywood was on here yesterday and he was saying, when you went from boxing to kickboxing, you can't go back to boxing. When you go to MMA, you can't go back because you've experienced the full package now. Is that the way you feel? That now MMA is the way forward for you?
I still compete in Taekwondo, and I will be competing regularly just for the experience.
Yeah,
So
it's hard to beat. Even no matter what you do, I would have competed in jiu-jitsu. See just the experience of competing, and each time you compete you get a little bit less nervous and less nervous and less nervous. I actually found myself less nervous in the fights than I did in any of the MMA competitions, and I think it's because my expectation was higher in jiu-jitsu than it was in just competing MMA. Do you find the same? Did you find it the same? Were you nervous getting into the cage, or was it just the same level of nerves?
the cage, the cage is a lot different because you say get locked, and you're like, right, this guy's wanting to kill me. I want to kill him. I need to do this. But no, it's not really that big of a difference. It's just whenever you get in there, all the lights and all's distracting you, and it's like, wow.
This podcast is sponsored by King of Comps. Follow them on Facebook, Instagram, or kingofcomps.co.uk for your chance to win life-changing prizes with realistic odds. Win cars, cash, holidays, and instant prizes from as little as 1p. That's kingofcomps.co.uk. I know one of the things that they don't actually tell you about whenever you're competing in MMA, how hard is it to pick a walkout song? How many songs did you go through before you settled on one?
I had a playlist about like 50 songs, and I just listened to every single one of them every day.
What did you go with in the end up?
Exotic by Lil Baby.
Yes, yes. I know that's the thing. You kind of I people would say to me, "Oh, tick in the walkout, immerse yourself in the whole." I don't remember a thing. I don't remember
Yeah.
a thing about walking out. I remember the song starting and just you're just zoned in, and it's like the most surreal experience. It's almost out of body when you get in there. Did you walk first or did you walk second?
I was second.
You see, I walked first for my first fight, and I walked second for the second fight, and I think I prefer to go second because when I was in first, you were watching the other guy come out, and you were just
Uh,
looking at everything, and it was yeah. But I really really would recommend anybody to do it. It was the most insane experience I've ever had. What was your what do you think about it?
I love it. Like, even if I don't do well in MMA, I still want to train. I love the family feeling you get from the training with all the training partners. It keeps me healthy. It keeps me athletic. It keeps me focused. It's really good for you, even if you compete or not.
Martial arts in general is like a real healthy distraction from life.
Hmm.
It's a good way to take out your anger and all. So you're a Taekwondo guy. How long have you been training Taekwondo? Is this something you've been at from a young age?
I done it when I was younger. I think I joined around 5 or 6, and I got up until halfway towards black belt, which 5 belts in. But then COVID came around, and I stopped. And then at the start of 2025, I was like, right, I need to get myself doing something. Got back into Taekwondo. Virtus came around. I'm like, right, I'm doing the next Alpha project, and now I'm here.
Yeah, that's it. So are you from Oma? Are you an Oma man originally, or where do you
Yeah,
live? Are you an Oma? So like Oma's close to you, and then do you train Taekwondo in Oma as well?
yeah.
That's not so bad. It's mad, like, because I'm a Tyrone man as well, and like Oma would never really been the place I would have thought of for martial arts. It's more
Yeah.
GAA and football. Um,
I,
and I was so glad whenever Jerry actually did a show, and I thought Tyrone needed a show. And what a show we got. Virtus has been amazing. Jerry puts his heart and soul in. I hate praising him. I really, really hate praising Jerry, but I've praised him a couple of times recently. Um, so what's the plans for the future then in terms of are you going to go? Are you going to be at Virtus? Are you going to go there and support your teammates? Has Jerry give you a job? Because he's given me a job commentating.
no, well, nothing yet from Jerry, but I will be there. I will be supporting all my teammates. Um, Hopefully, I'll be fighting for Virtus next year.
Brilliant. So, if anybody or any of your friends is listening and they're kind of on the fence about whether they should do the Alpha Project or not, what advice would you give them?
Just do it. There's nothing stopping you. Just do it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. Just do it.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. I was a lot older whenever I decided to do it. I had my first fight at 42 years old. I wish I had done it when I was 24, 25. MMA was different back then,
Yeah,
but if I was young, if I was your age now, I would be like right into the whole thing, just trying to compete as much as I can. Outside of Taekwondo and outside of MMA, have you plans to do anything else? Are you look a bit of jiu-jitsu or just try and get better at the grappling?
I'm gonna get myself. I've been training with the Alpha Project once only at the MMA, but I want to get into the main timetable, start training every day, and get all that experience in. Get the grappling, get the striking, the wrestling, and hopefully a few jiu-jitsu competitions, Grapple Kings or Grapple Industries, I think it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, compete there. Just whatever it is, I want to compete
just
and
improve your skills as much as you can wherever you can.
yeah,
Yeah,
sharpen the
'cause
tools.
yeah, I've been up the Oma. I would go up the Gracie's and Oma sometimes and do a bit of jiu-jitsu training. My brother trains there, so I would go up there. It's good. You know, there's plenty of chances around Oma. Oma's a thriving town now in terms of martial arts. It never was before. Um, but that's the beauty of the sport. As the sport becomes bigger, there's more and more opportunities. So do you find yourself now that you're have now become more of a fan of MMA in general? Are you watching more MMA shows, or is it just
I know everything. I was raging there at the start of the year, 4 weeks with no UFC,
yeah,
and then we had the fights, and then we had another card the next weekend. Watching Cage Warriors, watching Ryzen, I think it's how you
yeah,
pronounce it.
yeah, Rising, yeah,
Yeah, James Gallagher got signed there.
yes,
Uh, just watching as much as I can. If there's something on YouTube and I have a bit of spare time, I'll watch it. Or if I'm making food or anything, I want a bit of background noise, I'll stick something on.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of like me. My most of my free time is spent either watching MMA, and I could watch MMA from Oma or from Hawaii or from
Yeah,
Mongolia, wherever there's MMA. I'm supposed to be right now in Serbia working at the Ivanovs, but circumstances beyond my control, I didn't get there. But yeah, I love it. But that's the thing about it. It kind of takes a hold of you,
yeah,
and then you become just you find it's kind of through watching and watching as much as you can, you're picking up things. Have you fallen into the Instagram reels of the tutorials for jiu-jitsu stuff?
yeah. All the flying arm bars and trying all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Have you tried in it?
I don't think I'm ready just yet. I don't want to hurt anyone.
Oh, there's the you're at 17 years old, have plenty of time. So is there anything you want to add about your experiences just before we wrap this up?
If anyone's looking to get and try do MMA, just do it.
Get
That's
into
about it.
find your local club. There's clubs
Yeah,
everywhere. Um,
it's
just
thriving in the Irish MMA scene. Just get get a gym, get doing it.
the so just I never actually talked about it, but I wanted to just before we finish up. Did you find your Taekwondo background as a good base whenever you first went in there, especially your first time sparring and stuff like that?
I would be able to keep my range well, and I already have that established striking background. I can throw kicks well, but I can't throw hands as well as boxers would. I can't grapple as well as wrestlers or jiu-jitsu people could. But just work on your flaws, and everything else comes with it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you have to listen to Jerry. I don't. Thank you very much for your time. I'm trying to get as many people as I can who've done the Alpha Project just to find out their experiences. That they share the same experiences that I have,
Mhm.
and hopefully try and gather up as much info as I can because I will be commentating on the next Alpha Project. Trying to get used to talking,
Yeah.
which is a, which is a mad thing. Roman, thank you very much for your time. Glad you enjoyed the whole Alpha Project experience. Anybody who's interested in it's going to be Alpha Project All Stars followed by Virtus 5, 14th of March. It's in Healy Park in Oma. Tickets are now on sale. Follow Virtus on Instagram. Follow the link. Get your tickets. It will also be available on pay per view. It's a night not to be missed of Irish MMA and one of the top up and coming MMA shows at the minute. Thank you very much for your time.